Welcome and welcome back. It's another amazing day in paradise. Thank you so much for joining me here. For those of you who don't know me, my given name is Cara Lynn Sanders. My nickname is Kai, and my superhero name is Mama Kai. That's MOMMA space KAI. And that's because I found my superpowers being the mom and student of a young black male superhero. The name that God gave him is wisdom, and he is my heart beating outside of me. Not only that, but he definitely lives up to his name, and I'm so grateful for him. I want to introduce my campaign, my Make Me a Millionaire campaign, my Triple M campaign, because I want to introduce it with a story. So, yesterday was Saturday, September 13th, and me and Wisdom tabled at the second annual Engage Raleigh Expo. And it was at the McKimmon Center, and we literally used pretty much the rest of our gas to get there. So afterwards, we were attending another community event that was hosted by Power Up. They were doing a giveaway of supplies to help weatherize your home. So we left the McKimmon Center and hopped on the highway, and we were driving, and it says it's at the digital gauge says it's at 0.4, and then it's at 0.2, and then it's at 0.0. And I'm asking Wiz, you think we should stop, or you think we can make it? And Wisdom says,
I think I want to I think it would make me like more safe, more comfortable if we got some gas.
Right. So Wisdom says, I think it would make me more comfortable if we got some gas. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So we're trying to get to New Bern, but we're around about Wake Forest Road and Capitol. So I said, all right, which one? Wake Forest or Capitol?
And I said, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest. So we hop off the exit at Wake Forest Road, and we get off the exit, and we go to a gas station. And when we get there, after I find a spot, it's kind of a little bit busy. The lady who is on the other side of the pump that we're parked at, I just said to her, are you in a position, I said, excuse me, is there any possibility you're in a position to bless us with some gas? And she said, sure. And I was like, really? I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And so I thought she was just gonna like come around and put her card in or whatever, say let me know how much, or go and prepay. And instead she handed me the gas pump, and she was like, is 89 okay? And I said, yeah, sure. Our car is supposed to be 93 because we have a Benz, but we have driven around on a full tank of 87 before, and so 89 is just fine. Blessing is seriously our blessing, and that's her name. And so I can't see what's being pumped. I don't know how much she started with. I don't know how much I was adding, but I'm pumping, and I was just like, I kept wanting to like look at her because she's watching the gauge, and I was like, did you want me to stop? And Wiz was just sitting in the car, and he kind of starts looking around, and he's looking at her, and because I can't see her at all. And so I'm just pumping, and I'm just like, this is more than $10, this is more than $20, this is more than half a tank, and I'm just like, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable because I don't know what to expect. And finally, it goes click, which means that we have a full tank. And our tank is 21 gallons. And I know, like I said, we were at 0.0, and we were riding on that baby. I know we can go about 10 miles on 0.0. And so I was like really, really, really worried. What's up? You want to share something?
Yeah, and also, I like when it was like a few seconds till it got to the full tank, I got out the car and looked, and I was like, $80.
Yeah, right. So Wisdom got out, and he went around the tank to see how much, and he was like, $80? Oh my gosh. So when I was in tears, And when all was said and done, I went over to her and I was just like, thank you so much. I said, because she was just going to get in the car. And I was like, can I just share something with you? And she's like, yeah. I said, when I was standing there and I couldn't see you and I couldn't see the pump and stuff like that, I was just like, I was freaking out a little bit. I was getting a little bit uncomfortable. And I was just like, but God was saying, this is what I have in store for you. Because you can't see what's going on doesn't mean I'm not taking care of you, and I will fill your tank. And she looked at me and I said, so I really appreciate what you did. And she's like, I've never done that before. I don't do that. I think it was shocking to her that she actually filled up our tank. I don't know what compelled her. And I said, I know God compelled her, but it was just so fascinating because she was like, that's all she really said was like, I don't do that. I never do that. And I was just like, wow. I said, this must have been a lesson for both of us then. And she was like, yeah. And we went our separate ways. So then when I went around, I don't remember how much was in there. On the cost, I definitely know it was over $80. But what I noticed was that was the gallons. The gallons said 26.22, I think it is. And I was like, 26 gallons? Our car takes 20 gallons all by itself. So all she did was she only got $6 gallons worth of gas to fill up her car. And she spent the majority of what she had on ours. And so I was like, jokingly when we stopped, I said, I guess I should have told you it was really empty. She just like smiled. But I just say that because, go ahead. You had wanted to share something else?
Yeah. So, and then the other thing was, I think what you were saying a bit earlier was that you said that you think it was only a few, it was over $80. I'm pretty sure it was like 86.
Yeah, I think it was like 86, and we really could go back and calculate it if we wanted, because I remember it being 26 gallons for sure. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it was pretty amazing because we drove her after she left. We kind of did a UE so I could go and check out and see how much was on the pump. But I just say that to say that this Make Me a Millionaire experience, it makes me really uncomfortable. But at the same time, I know I have solutions. And if the only barrier is money, I think about this all the time, what I would do if I had millions. And so I'm just inviting you to make me a millionaire because I will do the right thing. We always complain about what millionaires will do. Well, make me one and I'll show you. More details in the comments, in the description. Thank you so much. Enjoy the amazing day you're creating. Peace.